Good day. My name is Professor Shabir Mahdi. I'm the Dean of the Faculty of Health Sciences, having just started my term as of the 1st of January 2021. So I would like to take this opportunity to welcome all of the returning students to the Faculty of Health Sciences. For many of you know that the year 2020 was one that would remain imprinted in our memory for decades to come. It's a year that we saw tremendous upheaval throughout the country on a social front, on an economic front, on a health front, and most importantly for students in terms of the type of exposure they've had in the university and the demands that were imposed on them to overnight undergo a fundamental change in terms of the manner in which they were being taught and the manner in which they were expected to start learning towards qualifying for the different degrees. Unfortunately for many of us, including the students, 2021 seems to be one which is going to repeat what occurred in the year 2020. What it really calls upon us as a community is to relook the paradigm that we use in terms of the training of individuals, be it undergraduate or postgraduate students. The challenges that are being imposed on us by the COVID-19 pandemic are challenges which basically would result in us needing to shift our mindset as to how universities operate, including for the Faculty of Health Sciences, the manner in which we actually continue engaging both on the clinical as well as the non-clinical platform. So with all of these challenges, I think it's important to appreciate that at the same time, COVID-19 pandemic really lends itself to creating opportunities. And perhaps the most important opportunity on the front of students is the responsibility of the faculty to adjust the manner in which we go about delivering content for students to be able to be equipped to complete their degrees. This really is going to require a blended approach in terms of teaching and learning. And it really also, in a sense, offers an opportunity in terms of a democratization of the opportunities that are presented to students, where students be using the hybrid model of online learning together with face-to-face interactions with lecturers would now probably be better suited to learn at their own space. Now, as a Faculty of Health Sciences, we're probably the faculty that are most sensitive to the impact that COVID-19 is having on society, especially in terms of the health of individuals. As you return to the faculty, I think it's incumbent on you to understand that the success of the university to continue with its mission of allowing students to complete their studies within a reasonable time frame is largely dependent on the behavior of students. Students are really going to be responsible as to whether the university is able to continue its activities uninterrupted or at least with minimal disruption during the course of 2021. The only way this is going to work is for students to take on responsibility, and it's for staff to take on responsibilities. And the responsibilities I refer to are regarding doing things which would allow us to be able to at least minimize the amount of infection of COVID that takes place in our community, both among students as well as among staff. For us to be successful in doing that, we need to be adhering to type of regulations that are being imposed on citizens throughout the country. And this becomes even more important in the context of universities where there's a greater likelihood of larger number of individuals gathering. What is being demanded of us as a society, what is being demanded of us as a community at this university is responsible behavior. And the type of responsible behavior, which is probably most important to try to minimize the chances of us being either infected or posing a risk to infecting others, are the need for students and staff to be wearing face masks, especially when in shared common spaces. The responsibility that is being demanded of us is basically to acknowledge that if we are going to gather in large groups for prolonged periods of time, especially if not adhering to physical distancing and not wearing face masks, we are going to be responsible for the spread of the virus in our community, something that we can't afford. So as we move into 2021, the year seems very, very uncertain, perhaps even more unpredictable than what we faced during 2020, especially with what's occurring currently in South Africa, where we have emergence of viruses that have mutated, that have become much more transmissible and probably even more virulent. And that might well not be as sensitive to the effects of vaccines that we hope for. So with these things put together, we're going to be facing an uncertain year during 2021. And again, the only way that we're going to pull through this year with minimal disruption in terms of our training of students and the research that we're wanting to do both amongst postgraduate students as well as amongst the faculty is going to be dependent on our behavior as a community in this university. So with those few words, I welcome you back to the university to continue with your studies during the course of 2021. And together we can make a difference. Together we can make this university a safe environment for learning, teaching, and research. Thank you, and have a good 2021.
Good day. My name is Professor Lindelani Mnguni. I am the Assistant Dean for Teaching and Learning and Undergraduate Affairs in the Faculty of Health Sciences. The Office of the Assistant Dean, Teaching and Learning and Undergraduate Affairs is responsible for all teaching and learning in undergraduate programs. I would therefore like to welcome you on behalf of everyone in the office. We welcome you to the faculty as you begin the new academic year. Unfortunately, we are meeting at a very difficult time with COVID-19. A number of us have lost loved ones, be it friends, family members, neighbors, relatives, or colleagues to COVID-19. And as a result, the faculty has put together a faculty handbook which provides information related to COVID-19. This information includes regulations that must be followed at all times. It is expected that all our students follow these regulations as prescribed in the handbook. I strongly request that you go through the faculty handbook and ensure that you understand every rule and regulation related to COVID-19. I also request that at all times you follow the regulations that are given to you in residences or on campus and in your clinical sessions. This is important to prevent the spread of COVID-19. It is also important that you be aware that the faculty has somewhat modified its teaching approach this year due to COVID-19. The faculty will use what we call blended learning as a standard approach for teaching and learning. This means you need to be aware of your timetable and exam dates and other assessment activities that may be done. For this to happen, you must read your emails regularly. You must also visit your LMS as regular as possible. Otherwise, you may miss important information. Your lecturers will be posting information on these platforms quite regularly. But also, it is important that you be aware that much of the learning will be self-directed. This means you must use your own time and timetable at home to ensure that you are aware of what is being done and when it is being done. But important is to ensure that you are aware of your class timetable and your program that will be sent to you by your program coordinator. I must emphasize that the faculty is committed to your success. We want you to succeed. As a result, should you have any challenges that you face during your learning related to learning difficulties or whether you are struggling to cope with your program, please contact the Office of Student Success and the colleagues in that office will assist you. The faculty also has a Students' Council. It is important that you know who the council members are, who represent your program, as well as the faculty at large. Please contact them whenever you need their support. Additionally, there is campus health. Should you wish to contact them because you are not feeling well or your friend is not feeling well, please do so as soon as possible. It is important to contact campus health also when you suspect that you may have contacted COVID-19. In the clinical settings, there are also colleagues who may be able to assist you with testing and other things related to that. Please contact them at all times. It is also important that you contact campus security when you need their assistance, be it in the evening or during the day, whether you're in residence or on campus. They are available to assist you with security-related matters. What is important is that you ensure that you talk to somebody at all times. Do not suffer alone when there are people who are available to assist you. Please contact us. In our faculty, we value our students, not only because you are part of our campus community, but because the program you study is important to the country and to the world. Therefore, we want you to succeed. We do whatever it takes to help you succeed. I hope you also have the same attitude that you have to succeed, and we want you to succeed. We are here to support you, and we've created structures that will help you. Should you have any difficulties, please make sure to contact us. Other than that, we trust you, we believe in you, and we have faith in you that you will be able to succeed. We wish you all the best in the year ahead, and we hope you complete your studies in a healthy condition. All the best.
Good day, fellow students. My name is Karabo Kubue, and I'm a fourth-year medical student and the current chair of the Health Sciences Students' Council. I'd like to congratulate you all on your achievement of conquering a year that proved to be very challenging, and the uncertainty we faced throughout the year did not make it any better. However, you still managed to do your best and persevere. The change that was brought about by COVID will always be remembered, especially as it challenged more than an individual's own strength, but challenged our collective strength and unity. I'd also like us to pay our respects to the loved ones and the healthcare professionals that we have lost because of this pandemic. Charlotte Maxeke once said, "The work is not for ourselves. Kill the spirit of self and do not live above your people, but live with them. If you can rise, bring someone with you." The skills and the knowledge that we are going to acquire in our journey of learning will one day help those in need. I would like us to start by helping one another first. As health sciences students, we need to have unity and respect for the various disciplines within the healthcare setting. I would like us all to remember why we have chosen health sciences as our field of study. I would also like to encourage you, my fellow students, to work together. Use your collective strengths to improve on areas in which you might find challenging this year. Your safety should remain a priority throughout the year, but luckily we now live in a world where digital communication enables us to maintain social interaction without compromising our own health or the health of those around us. So I would like to ask this of you, to live with your people. Form groups on Microsoft Teams or other platforms alike where you can work regularly and form study groups and check up on a friend regularly. And rise with a fellow student by sharing resources that will help others. You need to remember that there's only so much we can do alone, but together we can do so much more. I also want to encourage you to reach out when you're facing difficult challenges. There is no problem that is too great or too small for it to be attended to. There's various support structures, including the OSS, which is the Office of Student Success, and our various course coordinators who are there to help during difficult times. We have fellow students in our school councils and the Health Science Students' Council who also know the challenges that many students face themselves. You need to remember that you're not alone in this journey. I would like us to all make our New Year's resolution to be there for one another. Louis Pasteur once said, "Chance favors the prepared." Do your best to prepare as best as you can. You need to remember that we are lifelong learners and our journey has only begun. When you face certain challenges with certain topics, be easy on yourself and give yourself time. There's variable resources that are available to us, including free sites and textbooks on the WITS Health Sciences Library website. And when the need arises, email your lecturer. And I'd like to close with this. Have fun, enjoy the learning, and be safe. I hope you all have a year to remember. Thank you.
There is freedom within, there is freedom without. Try to catch the deluge in a paper cup. There's a battle ahead, many battles are lost, but you'll never see the end of the road while you're traveling with me. Hey now, don't dream it's over. Hey now, when the word comes comes in day. They come to build a wall between us. We know they won't win. Now I'm towing my car. There's a hole in the roof. My possessions are causing me suspicion, but there's no proof. In the paper today, tales of war and of waste, but you turn right over to the TV page. Hey now, don't dream it's over. Hey now, when the world comes in day, they come to build a wall between us. We know they won't win. Da 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 da. Now I'm walking again to the beat of a drum, and I'm counting the steps to the door of your heart. There are shadows ahead, barely clear in the room, but you've known the feeling of liberation and release. Hey now, don't dream it's over. Hey now, when the world comes in day, they come to build a wall between us. We know they won't win.
Hello students, a warm welcome from the Office of Student Success. The journey to your chosen career starts today. The Office of Student Success extends its hand of support to you. We are here to ensure your holistic well-being. You will be orientated to our services soon. Today we want to share 10 important pointers that will help you achieve success in your studies. Be aware. Familiarize yourself with campus resources. There are many resources to help you succeed. There are tutors, the library for information or resources you need, the Writing Center, the First Year Experience Program, amongst others. If you're feeling physically ill, consult the Campus Health Center. You may feel overwhelmed, stressed, or anxious, or perhaps you need further advice on your academics. Contact us at the Office of Student Success. You can find us at the Philip Tobias building or in the Student Liaison Hub at the entrance of the Faculty of Health Sciences building. Be present. Attend and participate in all face-to-face and online learning activities. Ask questions, read your notes before lectures, and review them after lectures. Engage with your learning material. Get to know your lecturers and course coordinators. Consult them regularly. Consulting your lecturers and course coordinators is key to your academic success. Lecturers teach because they want to empower you, the student. They want you to succeed. Remember, when you fail, we fail. We only succeed when you succeed. Therefore, be an engaged and active student. Manage your time. Prioritize. Have a study plan. The best study sessions are spread over a long period of time with shorter breaks. Study for an hour and then take a 15-minute break. By following a system of studying and taking shorter breaks, you will learn and retain your material much longer instead of cramming the day before a test or examination. Start each term by setting academic goals you want to achieve. For example, aiming to get a certain mark in one of your subjects. Break the academic goals into manageable tasks with set dates. Develop a time management system to help you keep track of important dates and deadlines. Establish a study routine, a time every day that you will set aside to read your textbooks, review your notes, and work on assignments. It also helps to find an appropriate space to study in order to minimize disruptions. Get to know your peers, laugh, reach out to a classmate. You may just make a lifetime friend or find a study buddy that becomes a source of motivation to keep you focused. Be smart. Studying all the time is not good. Join a student club or society. Make time to take a walk or exercise. Remember, a healthy body often connotes a healthy mind. Be disciplined. Say no to endless hours on social media or to friends that only want to party. And also, be careful of substance abuse. Be proactive. Ask for help sooner rather than later, as soon as you are not coping. It's a sign that you love and care for yourself. Don't wait for June exams or the end of the year to seek support. After all, you are striving to be the best version of you. Make the choice to reach your fullest potential. Be focused. Keep your eye on your goal. Remember, you chose to study and attain a degree. Maintain high standards and work consistently. Take care of yourself. Nurture and pace yourself. Refuel. Sometimes an hour of self-care could motivate you to study better. Stay connected. Ensure your peers and family know where you are. If you change your mobile number, please inform your student council, your course coordinator, and update your details on the student platform and inform the registrar's office. In closing, remember, attitude is key. Stay positive. You are your greatest resource, asset, or liability. I leave you with the quote of Brian Herbert. The capacity to learn is a gift. The ability to learn is a skill. The willingness to learn is a choice. Choose wisely. The Office of Student Success wishes you a successful 2021.
The Hippocratic Oath is an oath of ethics taken by healthcare practitioners. It requires each healthcare practitioner to swear and ultimately commit to uphold specific ethical standards. It also establishes several principles of medical ethics which are of paramount significance. These principles include medical confidentiality and non-maleficence. This means every practitioner must commit to upholding these values and principles. As a student in healthcare, you will be allocated to clinical sessions. During these, you will interact with patients and staff members alike. You are therefore expected to uphold certain ethical standards. As we recite the oath, therefore, we are reciting it as a commitment to upholding these ethical standards. I now invite you to recite the modified Hippocratic Oath with me. As a student in the Faculty of Health Sciences of the University of the Witwatersrand, I solemnly declare.
As a student in the Faculty of Health Sciences of the University of the Witwatersrand, I solemnly declare
that I will not improperly divulge anything I may learn in my capacity as a student of the health sciences,
that I will not improperly divulge anything I may learn in my capacity as a student of health sciences,
that in my relations with patients, colleagues and others, I will conduct myself as becomes a student of an honorable profession,
that in my relations with patients, colleagues, and others, I will conduct myself as becomes a student of an honorable profession,
that I will advocate for human rights and will not violate such rights and civil liberties even under threat,
that I will advocate for human rights and will not violate such rights and civil liberties, even under threat.
and I further declare that I will be loyal to my university and endeavor to promote its welfare and maintain its reputation.
And I further declare that I will be loyal to my university and endeavor to promote its welfare and maintain its reputation.
Hello students, my name is Dr. Colleen Flanagan and I chair the Second Year Working Party, which is the committee that coordinates all the administration of the second year courses that you are doing. My job today is to do the vote of thanks to the people who have made this ceremony possible. I'd like to start by thanking the people that you have not seen, and these are the administrative people in the Office of Student Success, especially Mrs. Kasturi Naidu and Annalisa Mofokeng, who have coordinated the process of getting people to do the work. And also Mr. Carl Nkosi, who has done most of the videos, both recording them and editing them. Next comes your Health Sciences Students' Council Chair, Mr. Karabo Kabui. He gave you very good advice, and of that advice, the two things that I think are really important are that you should work with your fellow students. So he said create online communities, and then when you're allowed to meet in person, continue to use those communities, because doing that will improve both your success and the success of your fellow students. So this is a complete win-win situation and very desirable. He also said that if you have trouble, you should reach for help. And I'd like to emphasize this is very important, that the sooner you get help, the sooner the problem can be solved and the more likely you are to succeed. Then Prof. Mguni, the Assistant Dean of Teaching and Learning, gave you guidance on how to cope with the COVID-19 restrictions and remote learning. And he told you about the things that the faculty office and his office can do to help you to succeed in second year. And he also emphasized that you need to seek help. So where can you get this help? You can get it from your lecturers, most importantly, if it's related to content, and from your course coordinators. And if it's not related to content, or if you're having learning problems, then there's the Office of Student Success. Mrs. Maleka of the Office of Student Success told you about how you can help yourself to succeed in your studies. And she also told you about the help that the Office of Student Success provides. Now, as a course coordinator, I know that that help is very important, and the Office of Student Success has been very helpful for many students and helped them to overcome all sorts of difficulties and enabled them to pass second year and ultimately to graduate and get their degrees. So they can really help, and please consult them. I'd like to thank the students who recited the oath, and I hope that you have also recited it, and that having done so, you will maintain your commitment to observe the confidentiality of the sensitive information that you will have about patients and your fellow students. And I hope that you will treat your colleagues, patients, and the teachers with respect and consideration throughout your studies and your future career. And lastly, I'd like to thank you, the students, watching this, for your engagement with the ceremony, and I wish you the very best for your second year studies and future careers.